Om
Vande Guru Parampara.
Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahi Tejasvinavadhitamastu Mavidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha.
Hari Om.
Hari
Shri
Om
Guru Namaha.
Tat Sat Om Namah Shivaya. So last week we completed 39th verse. So let us get on with the 40th verse. So I'll lead, you please follow. Kulakshaye pranashyanti
Kulakshaye
kuladharma sanatanaha dharme nashte kulam krishnam adharmo bibhavatyuta. So Arjuna continues his justification, his blabbering to Krishna, and he is trying to justify his decision in so many verses. He was earlier telling that what we will achieve by killing our own people, what sort of happiness we'll get, we'll only incur sin, etc., etc. Now he is coming to family, the family values. So kulakshaye, when the family is destroyed, sanatanaha, the ancient, kuladharmaha, the dharma of the family, pranashyanti, they die. Dharme nashte, when the dharma is lost, adharmaha, adharma, kulam krishnam, the entire family, abhi bhavanti ucha, will it not overwhelm? So he says, when the family is destroyed, the ancient dharmas of the family will perish, will die. When the dharma is lost, will not adharma overwhelm the entire family? Another justification he is trying to give Krishna, why he doesn't want to fight. So he feels, Arjuna feels that destruction of the one's clan, if you have to look at it this way, so the problem will always remain, because after the destruction of the family, there will be no one to establish dharma, and adharma will prevail. So Arjuna is not ready to agree, and he did not agree with the argument that dharma was to be protected at the cost of destroying one's relatives. He feels that dharma cannot be protected by killing one's own family and relatives. So that is why he is trying to substantiate his argument. So when key members, important members of the family are killed or destroyed, everything that is to be done by that particular family will also be destroyed, because dharma cannot be protected unless the dharmi, the one who follows the dharma. Normally, head of the families, elders, they are dharmis, they follow the dharma, and they teach the values to the younger generation, to their children, to their spouse, and everything. They are the one who protects elders. If they are to be killed, then what will happen? Who will protect dharma? So he says, killing our own people, our own relatives, our own elders will not help protecting dharma. One of the arguments is to protect dharma. Dharma has to be established, that is why war has to be fought. But Arjuna's argument is, by killing our own people, our own elders, how dharma can be protected. Along with them, dharma also will be destroyed. That is his argument. Dharma cannot be preserved by writing or keeping it in books. It has to be followed and it has to be taught. People lived by examples those days to show what is dharma, and the values were passed on from generations to generation. This is his argument regarding justifying his decision. So we'll go on to the 41st verse. Adharma bhivavat Krishna.
Adharmabhigavaat Krishna
Pradushyanti kulastriyah.
Pradushyanti Kulasriyaha
Strishu dushtasu varshneya.
Strishu
Jayate varna shankarah. Krishna, here he is addressed as Krishna only. Adharma abhi-bhavat. Due to increase of adharma, kulastriyaha, the women in the family, pradushyanti, will be given to improper ways. Varshneya, Varshneya, another name for Lord Krishna. Strisu dushtashu, when the women become corrupt, Varna Shankaraha, the confusion of Varna, that social groups, Varna, you all know what Varna is. Jayate is born. Says, Arjuna says, Krishna, due to the increase of adharma, the women in the family will be given to improper ways. Varshneya, Krishna, when the women become corrupt, confusion is born in the society. So here Arjuna tells Krishna that adharma would only increase by killing our own people. It would be everywhere. Adharma would be everywhere. Instead of establishing dharma, what will happen? Adharma will prevail everywhere. Somebody's mic is on, please mute yourself. Otherwise, recording will get disturbed. So instead of establishing dharma, he says that only adharma will increase. Adharma will be everywhere. So that will spread to other clans also. The Kuru clan was the major clan ruling at that time. Apart from that, there are thousands of other kings, other clans were also there who were assembled there for the battle, for the war. So this will spread to other clans also, other Vansh also. So because every one of them will be destroyed, so who will be left? Only women and children. And who will be there to establish dharma, uphold dharma, he says. Now we have to understand that the context of this sloka, we should not take any wrong meaning that women will be given to improper ways. Means those days, at that point of time, the social structure was like that. Women were mostly homemakers. They looked after the family. They looked after children. Okay, they followed these things. And men, they fought, they earned everything. So men were the major controllers, you can say, head of the family. So men were in control. So not like today. Today equality is spoken of. Women also work. Now the social structure has changed, but those days it was not like that. So in that context, we have to see. Otherwise, some people argue, sir, how can we say that women will be given to improper ways? It is not that they will go in improper way, but there will be no one to guide them to go in a proper way. There is a possibility they may go in the improper way. That is the meaning. So we should not mistake it. The Vyasacharya is saying that women are like that. No, it is not like that. I hope it is very clear.
Yes.
Okay. So here Arjuna addresses Krishna as Varshneya. That means the one who is born in the dynasty of Vrishni. Vrishni is Varshneya. So Krishna was born in the dynasty of Vrishni. So that is why another name is Varshneya. So we can go to the next verse. There is not much to explain. Here Varna Ashrama is mentioned. So Varna Ashrama, you all know that four ashramas are there. Varna Ashrama. That will get disturbed, he says. And also Arjuna's argument is that a society is strong only when the women are strong. Women of the family are strong. So when the women themselves are given to improper ways or weakness, okay, then family will be destroyed. There will be no one to pass on the dharmic way of life. Because once parentage is disturbed, then children, they suffer. So from the viewpoint of society, social structure, okay, it is very important not to destroy the families. So Arjuna was convinced that confusion only will prevail within the Varna, not only in the Varnas, but also in the ashramas. Once the women cannot protect dharma or follow dharma, that is his argument. Go to that part is second word. Any question you may ask? There is not much to explain. Okay, please unmute. Doshairetai kulagnanam
Doshe
varna
Actually, I think we missed one.
shankarakaihi.
Is change the shloka.
Shloka is different.
I'm sorry.
This is a different shloka.
Okay. We have to 42nd, na? Yeah, okay. We have gone to 43rd, sorry. Sankaro narakayaiva kulagnanam kulasya cha patanti pitaro hesham lupta pindodaka kriyaha. Shankara means confusion. Kulagnanam. Kulagnana means destroyers of the family. Kulasyacha of the family. Narakaya for the world of pain. Eva is only. Esam their. Pitaraha ancestors. Lupta pinda udaka kriyaha denied of their post-death rituals. Patanti means fall. He indeed. So confusion indeed leads the family and the destroyers of the family to the world of pain. Their ancestors denied of their post-death rituals indeed fall. So Arjuna continues his justification. So he talks about the family again, because after the heads of the families die, others, youngsters may not follow dharma. So that will destroy the family. Then what will happen? There will be only naraka, hell. He says when dharma is not followed, heads of the family is killed, then what will prevail? Only naraka will be there. Only hell will be experienced. That is his argument. Why he says like that? Okay. So when we destroy the family, naturally heaven will not happen, only hell will happen. Naraka only achieved. Okay, because there will be confusion. Many people may survive, youngsters, women, children, they will survive, but they will not have any role models, elders to guide them. So what will happen? Confusion will prevail. They may do things that are not to be done because there is no one to guide them. So only papam, sins will be accumulated. And ultimately then, when sins are accumulated, then what will happen? They will end up in hell. So in Sanatana Dharma, these rituals are performed for the sake of departed ancestors. We do it on Amavasya day. You know that several rituals are done. Pinda Udaka Kriya. In this ritual, what happens? Water is offered religiously by chanting certain mantras, and along with pinda, a ball of rice, cooked rice. People who have done that may be aware of it. A pinda udaka kriya. These things are done. And by killing the family members, there will be no one to perform these rituals, and the ancestors would be deprived of having their wrongdoings neutralized by their children. Why do we do it? If they have committed any wrong things, any sins, we do it in order to rectify that, in order to neutralize that there will be no one to do that rituals. Then what will happen? Along with this death of our own people, ancestors will also suffer. Okay, who would perform these rituals once they are also killed? So that rituals for ancestors would be incomplete. No, there will be no one to carry out that rituals. There will be no role models, no family, and no home. So Arjuna is citing Dharma Shastra, again trying to justify his wrong decision. So we'll go to the 43rd verse. Any doubt you may ask, but they are fairly simple verses. They're not much to explain. दोषैरेतैकुलज्ञानाम्
दोषैरेतै कुलग्राणाम्
वर्णशङ्करकारकैः
वर्णशङ्करकारकैः
उत्साद्यन्ते जातिधर्माः
उत्साद्यन्ते जातिधर्मः
कुलधर्माश्च शाश्वताः Kulagnanam, of those who destroy the family, Varna Shankara Karakaihi, by that which creates confusion about Varna, Dharma, etc. Etaihi, by these, Dosaihi, Doshaihi means by wrong actions, Sashvataha, perennial, permanent, Jati Dharma, dharmas of the community. Kula Dharma, Dharma pursued by the family. Utsadyante are destroyed. By these wrong actions of those who destroy the family, creating confusion in the society, the perennial dharmas pursued by community and the family are destroyed. So, his argument of that dharma continues. The dharma is handed over from generation to generation. So naturally, when elders are killed, that from generation to generation, the dharma which was being passed on, that will stop. No, it will be destroyed. And these wrong actions will lead to confusion. Same thing again he is repeating only. Okay. So nothing much to explain here. Still, if you have any question, you may ask. Otherwise, it is all the same argument. Again, he is saying that dharma will be destroyed, community will be destroyed, varnas will be destroyed. Okay, like that. Same thing he is repeating. Basically, a deluded mind trying to justify the wrong decisions. So, if you have any questions, you may ask. Otherwise, we will go to the next verse. So 44th verse. Utsanna kula dharmanam
उत्सन्नकुलधर्माणाम्
Manushyanam janardana
मनुष्याणां
narake niyatam vasaha
नरके नियतं वासः
bhavatityanu
भवतीत्यनुशुश्रुमा
Janardana Krishna Utsanna kula dharmanam, for those who have destroyed the dharma of the family, Manushyanam, for those men, Niyatam, inevitable, Narake, in the world of pain, Vasaha, a life, Bhavati, is, Iti, means thus, Anu, Shruma, we have heard. We have heard Arjuna, Janardana, Krishna, that a life in the world of pain is inevitable for those who destroy the dharma of the family. So Krishna Bhagavan is being told by Arjuna that by destroying the dharma of the family, what will happen? Only Naraka, life in the hell, is inevitable for those people who destroy the dharma of the family. So again the same thing, by destroying elders, heads of the families, there will be no one to pass on the dharma, no one to teach dharma. So there will be adharma. And the people who destroy this dharma, the culture of dharma, will be suffering in hell. They will only experience pain. That is what he says. So any questions? Otherwise, we'll go to next verse. Okay, no questions. Aho bata mahat papam
अहो महापापम्
kartum vyavasita vayam
कर्तुं व्यवस्थिता वयम्
yadrajya sukalobhena
यज्ञसुखलोभेन
hantum swajanam udyataha.
हन्तुं स्वजनमुत्थाः
Aho bata means alas, at last. Yat, that, Rajya Sukha Lobena, due to greed for a kingdom and its pleasures. Swajanam, our own people. Hantum, Udyataha, ready to kill. Vayam means we. Mahat Papam, great sin, grave sin. Kartum Vivastitaha, determined to commit. Alas, at last, ready to kill our own people due to greed for a kingdom and its pleasures, we are determined to commit a grave sin. He is reminding Krishna Bhagavan that we are going to commit a great sin just for the kingdom and its pleasure, just because of the greed for the kingdom and its pleasures. So till now, Arjuna was, lamenting. He was feeling sorrow about what he was about to do by fighting the war. Okay. However, the war has not started, even not a single arrow has been shot. Okay. And Arjuna is already overtaken by this sorrow. He is under delusion. And now he is unable to fight because of his delusion, also because of all these confusions, and he is trying to justify again and again because he is deeply troubled by seeing all these close relatives. So he asks, so what are we going to achieve? Just because we have the greed for this kingdom and the associated pleasures of the kingdom, we are just want to fight and kill these people and take over the kingdom. This is not at all correct. It is only greed. He feels that it is only lobha, greed, nothing else is the reason. So the greed for a kingdom, rajyam. So when one has kingdom, what happens? All the pleasures, sukha, people get everything, the best of accommodation, the best of food, the best of music, everything. So that is what power means. And that power is very intoxicating. That we have seen, Duryodhana is already intoxicated by that. That is why he is not willing to leave or willing to hand over that kingdom. So Arjuna asks the same question. By the same greed, like Duryodhana is affected by the greed, we will also be doing the same thing by fighting, by killing, and by acquiring this kingdom. Whatever it is, only the greed. and the greed for the kingdom and its pleasures. So that is how he sees it. So he feels that there is no difference between Duryodhana and me. Ultimately, the purpose is, objective is kingdom and its pleasures. Okay. That is his another justification. So next we will go to 46th verse. Yadi mama pratikaram
यदि
Pratikaram
ashastram shastrapanayah
Shastram Shastrapanaya
dhartarashtrarane hanyuhu
Dhartarashtrarane Hanyu
karme kshemataram bhavet.
Kande Kshemataram Bhavet.
This is the concluding verse of Arjuna. This is the final argument, you can say. So Arjuna concludes. What he concludes? It is better to get killed than to kill. Yadi, if apratikaram, who does not retaliate, ashastram, who is unarmed, mam, me, shastra panayaha, who are with weapons in hand. Shastra, shastra panaya. Shastra means weapons. Dhartarashtraha, the sons of Dhritarashtra, Rane, in the battle, Hanyuhu, were to kill. May, for me, Kshemataram, better, Bhavet, will be. So he concludes his argument saying that it will be better for me if the sons of Dhritarashtra with weapons in hand were to kill me, who is unarmed and who does not retaliate in the battle. Now Arjuna has dropped his bow, Gandiva, we all know that he is unarmed. He says it is better that sons of Dhritarashtra, the Kauravas, Duryodhana and his brothers, if they were to kill me, it is better. Because I am not going to retaliate and I am unarmed as of now. So that is his pathetic condition. He not only dropped his weapon, refusing to fight, now he is willing to sacrifice his life without putting up a fight. What a pathetic condition it has come to. See, the great Mahabharata war was about to begin, and the star of the Pandavas army has backed down. He is refusing to fight. Not only he is refusing to fight, he is willing to die. So this is what was going on in the Arjuna's mind. With this, he concludes his argument, and Sanjaya is summing up to Dhritarashtra the condition of Arjuna, and that is the last verse of the first chapter, 47th verse. So as per tradition, after chanting the last verse of each chapter, we chant Om Tat Sat. Many of you must be aware. I will chant and later on I will explain you the meaning also. So first we will chant, then I will explain you the meaning. Sanjaya Uvacha
Sanjaya
Uvacha
Eva Muktvarjuna Sankye
एवमुवाच सङ्ख्ये
रतोपस्थ उपाविशत्
रथोपविशत्
विसृज्य सशरं चापम्
विसृज्य
शोकसंविघ्नमानसः
शोकसंविघ्नमानसः
ॐ तत्सत्
सत्
इति श्रीमद्भगवद्गीतासु
इति श्रीमद्भगवद्गीतासु
उपनिषत्सु
उपनिषत्सु
ब्रह्मविद्यायां
ब्रह्मविद्यायां
योगशास्त्रे
योगशास्त्रे
श्रीकृष्णार्जुनसंवादे
श्रीकृष्णार्जुनसंवादे
अर्जुनविषादयोगो नाम
अर्जुनविषादयोगो नाम
प्रथमोऽध्यायः
प्रथमोऽध्यायः
Okay. Now Arjuna has concluded and he has become quiet. Now Sanjaya says, Sanjaya Vacha, Sanjaya said, Arjuna, evam, in this manner, Uktva, having spoken, Sankye, in the middle of the war field, Sasharam, along with arrows, Chapam, the bow, Gandiva, Visrijya, putting aside, Shoka Samvigna Manasaha, with his mind completely overcome by sorrow. Ratha Upaste, on the seat of the chariot. Upavisat, sat down. Sanjaya said, having spoken in this manner, in the middle of the battlefield, Arjuna, whose mind was completely overcome by sorrow, sat down on the seat of the chariot, casting aside his bow and arrows. Now, he has spoken, he was standing and arguing with, explaining to Bhagavan Sri Krishna. Now, he has dropped his bow and arrow and he sat down on the seat of the chariot. So, we should remember this commentator, Sanjaya, chief advisor and minister to Dhritarashtra, the blind king. He was narrating the happenings in the battlefield and the dialogue between Krishna and Arjuna. He is explaining everything to Dhritarashtra. So this dialogue between Arjuna and Krishna is dialogue in the dialogue. Actual dialogue is taking place between Sanjaya and Dhritarashtra. Sanjaya is explaining, and he is listening to the dialogue between Bhagavan Krishna and Arjuna, and he is narrating this. Okay, that we should always remember. The entire Bhagavad Gita is structured like that. So now this is the condition of Arjuna. He was fully determined to fight, establish dharma. He heeded to elders' advice, Krishna's advice. Everything was there. Battle was about to begin. The war was about to begin. And the chariot was placed in the middle of both the armies. Naturally, in the first row, all the prominent fighters were present, and they were none other than his own grandfather, his own teachers, Bhishma, his own cousins, his own uncles. So Arjuna faltered. His mind overcame with attachment, which led to raga, shoka, and moha. Attachment led to what? Sorrow, and sorrow led to what? Delusion. So he has lost all his mental strength, and he was overtaken by this delusion and sorrow. He was feeling feverish. He lost all his physical and mental strength, and he surrendered. Said it is better to get killed. I cannot fight. So he has dropped his bow and arrow. This Sajjaya is explaining to Dhritarashtra that this having spoken in this manner, by speaking these words, he sat down, dropping his bow and arrow. He concludes this happenings, or the explaining the blabberings of Arjuna. So after every chapter, after completing every chapter, we chant some mantra. Okay. So Om Tat Sat. Om Tat Sat means Om. Brahman is the only reality. Tat Sat. Om is another name for Brahman. Many of you must be aware. Om, when we say Om, is the name of Brahman. Tat Sat. That is the only reality. Iti. Thus, Srimad Bhagavad Gita, so in the Bhagavad Gita, Upanishatsu, in the Upanishads, Brahma Vidyayam, in the knowledge of Brahman, Yoga Shastre, in the Yoga Shastra, Sri Krishna Arjuna Samvade, in the dialogue between Bhagavan Sri Krishna and Arjuna, Vishada Yoga. Please mute yourself. Some disturbance. Sri Krishna Arjuna Samvade, in the dialogue between Bhagavan Sri Krishna and Arjuna, Arjuna Vishada Yoga Nama. This chapter is called Topic of Arjuna's Sorrow. Pratamodhyaya, first chapter. So overall meaning is Om, Brahman is the only reality. Thus ends the first chapter called Arjuna Vishada Yoga, having the topic of Arjuna's sorrow in the Bhagavad Gita, which is in the form of dialogue between Sri Krishna and Arjuna, which is the essence of the Upanishads, whose subject matter is both knowledge of Brahman and yoga. That is the meaning. So traditionally we use these words Om Tat Sat. After every chapter, you will find that after the completion of each chapter, this Om Tat Sat is used. Om is the name for whom? Brahman. And who is the ultimate reality? Brahman is the only reality. Brahman alone is the reality. Tat Sat. That is why I said Tat Sat. That is the truth. That is the reality. So this expression, indicates a conclusion. This chapter is concluded. Okay. So
What is Brahman?
Brahman is the ultimate Atma.
Okay.
Not Brahman. Brahman. That is the ultimate truth. That is your Atma. Another name for Atma is Brahman. Okay.
Okay.
That is the final truth. You are Brahman. You are Atma. Nothing else. So here we should always remember that yoga means what? As I told you earlier in the beginning of the course, I told you what yoga means here. Not our yoga. What is the meaning of yoga here? Arjuna Vishada Yoga means
Great.
The subject matter, the topic. So Arjuna's sorrow cannot be yoga, na? So every yoga, every chapter is called yoga, means the subject matter. Arjuna Vishada Yoga means the matter of topic of Arjuna's sorrow. Second is Sankhya Yoga. It is knowledge. Okay. The topic is knowledge. So every chapter you will find this word yoga, and that yoga means we should remember that it is topic of the subject matter of that chapter, not the regular yoga that we know of. Is it clear? Okay.
Yes.
Yes, Atharya.
That you should always remember. So Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Srimad means what? Srimad means that is endowed with all kinds of wealth, including Vidya, which gives you everything. That is why we use the word prefix Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Sri means all wealth. We say Sriman, Srimad. Okay. To explain Bhagavan, we use. Actually, you tell me, who is a Bhagavan? Who is a Dhanavan?
Krishna.
Who is Dhanavan? What is the
One
meaning?
who possesses
Someone who
wealth.
has a lot of wealth.
Dhan, who has done is Dhanavan. Who is a Balavan?
Who has strength.
Who has strength. So who is Bhagavan? Who has Bhaga?
Who has everything.
Who has Bhaga actually? Yes, no doubt Bhagavan has everything Bhagavan has. So Bhaga means like Dhana, like Bala. Bhaga is sixfold virtues. The person who holds these sixfold virtues is called Bhagavan. Bhaga Ashya Asti Iti Bhagavan. So what is this Bhaga sixfold virtues? In Vishnu Purana it is written Aishwaryasya Samagrasya Viryasya Yashasha Shriyaha Jnana Vairagya Yoschaiva Shannanam Bhaga Itirana. Meaning is total and absolute overlordship. That is the first virtue. Second is power. Third is wealth. Fourth is dispassion, vairagya. Fifth is fame. And the sixth is knowledge. These sixfold virtues are known as Bhaga. So the one who holds that sixfold virtues is called Bhagavan. Not only Vishnu, Narayana, Shiva we call Bhagavan, we also call great saints, great saints, sages, Bhagavan Ramana Maharishi, Bhagavan Ramakrishna. Why do we call them? Because they, even though they were human beings, they were born as human beings, they possessed these sixfold virtues. Bhagavan Shankaracharya, okay, we call them. Not only gods, devtas, but these also possessed the qualities, the Bhaga, sixfold virtues. Okay, the one who possesses the sixfold virtues is called Bhagavan. So Bhagavan is here it is Ishvara, the Lord. Okay. Here it is Ishvara because Lord Krishna himself is Bhagavan here. So he is the Ishvara. So Bhagavad Gita Su Upanishads. That means it is the essence of Upanishads. Bhagavad Gita is nothing but what? Essence of Upanishads. If you remember the Dhyana Suloka, we said that Upanishads were cows, and who milks that? Krishna milked it and gave it to us in the form of Bhagavad Gita essence, because it is not possible for us, for all of us to study all the Upanishads or Vedas. So this is given as an essence. And it is in the form of a dialogue between Shri Krishna and Arjuna. And it is called Brahma Vidya. Why it is called Brahma Vidya? It leads us to Brahman, knowledge of Brahman, to know the ultimate truth. Ultimate truth means what? Atma Jnanam, self-knowledge. We realize what is Atma. That is Atma Jnanam, self-knowledge. It leads us to that. That is why it is called Brahma Vidya. Then why it is called Yoga Shastra? Because Yoga Shastra is a means to achieve that. We cannot just get knowledge of Brahman sitting like that. No, we have to follow certain method. Preparation is required. Preparation of mind, preparation of body. So many things are required. That is Yoga Shastra. Okay. Brahma Vidyayam Yoga Shastra. That is why it is called. It also shows the end, and it also shows the means to achieve the end. That is why it is called Yoga Shastra. It is both, Bhagavad Gita is both Brahma Vidya or Yoga Shastra. And finally, the name of the topic of the subject matter of the chapter is given, Arjuna Vishada Yoga. Nama, the name of the chapter is Arjuna Vishada Yoga. The sorrow of Arjuna, the topic of sorrow of Arjuna. Pratamodhyaya means the first chapter. That is the meaning of this. Look, Om Tat Sat. Any doubt on this?
So I have a question.
Yes.
Is Brahman and Ishvara similar?
Atma, Ishvara, Brahman, everything is same.
Okay.
And if you have not done this basic text, Prakarana Grantha, you have to do that. How many of you have done Prakarana Granthas? Tattva Bodha?
So we are doing now.
We are enrolled in it. We're doing it.
Parallelly doing stuff.
It is very much necessary to study Tattva Bodha, because many things you will not understand. Somebody has written the Deshya Viveka, nice. That is a little advanced Prakarana Grantha. But basic like ABCD, no? Before learning English, we have to learn certain basic grammars, like that. So Tattva Bodha is very much required. It lasts about 5 to 6 months only, no, about 22 classes. So if we can attend the classes, fine. Otherwise, recordings are available in our channel, in our website. You can go and listen to that, because that is very much required. Because if somebody is asking who is Brahman, then it will become very difficult. Okay, if you don't understand what is Atma, what is Brahman, then there are Stula Shariram, Sukshma Shariram, Karana Shariram. Then there are so many things, fundamentals are required. So my request would be, people who have not done Tattva Bodha, you please attend the live classes. If not possible, then please listen to the recordings. It is only 22 or 24 classes. So it will take you some time. Please make careful notes. These are fundamentals. Okay. Like if you are going to study physics, then you should know what is mass, what is velocity. Is it, for example, if you don't know what is a mass, if you know what is a velocity, how are you going to understand physics? Similarly, Bhagavad Gita is fairly an easy scripture compared to Upanishads and Vedas, but still certain basic knowledge is very much required. I will explain as much as possible, but we cannot spend basic things while explaining Bhagavad Gita, then we will lose track. We will deviate from the main subject. For example, Sariratrayam. How many of you are aware that there are 3 bodies? Stula Shariram.
Yes, sir.
Body. So people who have done this Tattvabada, they will be aware. For example, Shukshma Shariram, subtle body contains how many elements? How many components are there? Anybody?
Don't remember the details, sir, but I have the concepts clear.
How many, approximately how many components are there in Sukshma Shariram, subtle body?
If it's 19, sir.
19, very good.
5.
5 Karmendriya, 5 Jnanendriya, Panchaprana,
Yeah.
then
And
Antakarana,
Antakarana.
the Ahankara and Man, Buddhi, Ahankara or Chit. Okay. 15 plus 4, 19 elements are there. So these things should be there. It should be on your fingertips. Then only you will be able to understand. For example, Krishna will refer to subtle body. That time I cannot go and explain all the 19 components of what is subtle body and all that. You will say subtle body will not die. Stula Shariram, gross body will die, subtle body will continue to survive. Then we should know what is this subtle body, what is this gross body, and what is this causal body. So Karana Shariram. If you don't have that fundamental knowledge, then Gita Shastram will not make proper sense. This is only first chapter. Before concluding second chapter, I would request all of you to complete Tattvabodha. If not live classes, go to the website. You will find all YouTube videos. Listen to this thing, make notes. And if you have any question, you may ask me through personal message or in the group. I will reply to that message also so that others also benefited. But that is very much necessary. So any questions? We have completed the first chapter. It is fairly a simple chapter, nothing much to explain. The fundamentals I explained to you. What is the purpose of this first chapter? And what is the objective of studying Bhagavad Gita? And what is the, what we call that? Purpose of this first chapter? There are 2 purposes that all I explained in detail in the classes.
Sir, the website is Arsha Samayoga website.
Yeah, I'll put it in the group also if you want.
Yes, please.
Vedanta Amritam, if you type, you will get in YouTube Vedanta Amritam. In the YouTube, you will find several videos, Upanishads, Bhagavad Gita. I wouldn't advise you to go to Upanishads and Bhagavad Gita, etc. Only Tattvabodha you please study.
Okay, sir.
It's about 20-22 hours. So every day, if you try to spend 1 hour, also possible. Within a month, you can complete. Because the second chapter will take about 6 months to complete. So by the time we complete second chapter, you are through with Tattvabodha and fundamentals, then it will be better so that you can understand it better. The third chapters, then it will start Karma Yoga and other things will start. So we'll be able to understand. We can do justification to the study of Bhagavad Gita, and we are all spending quite a few years of our life learning. So the purpose should be served and it should be meaningful study. Not just for the sake of, I also studied Bhagavad Gita. It should make a difference in your life. It should fundamentally alter your life. Otherwise, there is no point in studying this great scripture. I am sure all of you are very sincere students, serious students that I can make out. So let us work together to achieve that objective, to achieve that divine and blissful purpose of understanding the Gita Shastra. So with this, I'll conclude. Any questions?
Acharya ji, I have one question. So
Yes.
I recently joined the group. So just wanted to I am following up on the Tattvabodha classes as well. So for the Bhagavad Gita recordings, I just wanted to like confirm the order of how to like which order to look for the video. So
It
first
is
I will
date
go
wise
through the
given.
Dhyan
It is date wise given. You should start with the Dhyana slokas.
shlokas.
There are
Then
three.
the purpose of
Then verse numbers are numbered. That
yeah,
serial is
and then the
followed.
purpose of first chapter after Dhyan shloka.
Yes, I have given the purpose, explained the purpose after the Dhyana sloka number 3.
Okay, and then the verses they are
And then
numbered.
the verses start.
Yeah.
For
Okay.
example, the impurities which are to be removed. I think you only asked the question in the group that
Yeah, earlier, yeah, I
yeah,
started with the
what are
verses
the
directly,
impurity
so I
that
got
layers
confused.
that are to be removed? Because before you see your face clearly in the mirror, what you have to do? You have to wipe the mirror clean. Your face may be very clean, but if the mirror is not clean, it will appear to be dirt. So that layers are to be removed. That all have been explained.
Okay, okay.
Okay, you can go through this. Now, see, it is only 10 classes. We have completed first chapter, including Dhyana Sulaka, in 10 chapters, in 10 classes. So it is fairly easy to follow up and take notes.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so you should catch up and you should be regular. Proper notes should be taken, not at the time of class, but at the time of listening to the recording. Otherwise, what will happen? Your attention will be in the
Notes in the notes,
taking
yes.
notes and you will miss the point. So while live class, you just listen, don't make any notes. But when you listen to the recording, then you should make notes and ask questions. And careful notes have to be preserved. Then only the learning will be proper. Because now it is easy. First chapter is very easy to understand. Anybody can understand. But once we move on to the Sankhya Yoga and other things, things will become difficult to understand. Okay. Any other question?
Oh, okay. And just one more thing, like, is there, for example, for Tattva Bodha, the way Swandana, like, we have, like, whatever slides or whatever information is covered, it is posted in the, like, as the slides. So, do we do this for Bhagavad Gita as well, for whatever classes are covered, whatever is covered in, like, each class?
Slides are not used. My guru never uses slides.
Okay,
He's totally against using slides. But younger generation, modern generation, most of you like to uh, look at the slides and all that. That is why I put on. Actually, there is no need, but no, that Anvaya meaning is explained. So notes can be made so that your Sanskrit also improves. You will find as you go on learning each and every sloka, many words will make sense to you. Side by side, you can learn Sanskrit also, vocabulary, not grammar, but at least vocabulary will. Uvacha, for example, Uvacha means now said. Sanjay Uvacha, Arjuna Uvacha, Bhagavan Uvacha means said. Uvacha means said. So like that, you will learn many words. That for that purpose, these slides can be used. Mainly, it is I have put it there for you to chant. Many of you may not be having this chant book. Another thing is to give the meaning of this each word of the sloka. That is very important. How you utilize it, it is up to you. It is available in YouTube, so you can utilize it. You can use it for Anvaya to learn word by word. Other things, whatever I explain, you have to grasp and note bullet points and ask questions. If there is any doubt, any question, don't hesitate at all. Don't think this is a silly question. No question is silly, okay? And nobody will laugh at you and nobody will ask how you are asking this silly question. And we will reply. Okay?
Okay, okay. Thank you. Just one more question, sorry. Just like, is there, can I, what should be the, like, which is the best Bhagavad Gita? Maybe like, which publisher or which I can get and keep for myself as a copy?
There is nothing called best book. It is how
I
you
mean,
understand. First, you have to listen to the lectures. Then
Mhm.
only you should start studying. You should start studying because self-study is not at all permitted. Chances of misunderstanding is very high. So
Okay.
first you have to complete the course or at least complete each chapter and study. Gita Press book is good, reasonably good. But again, they use the word soul and all that, we don't use the word soul and all that. Spirit, soul, we use the word only Atma.
No,
There are
only for the Sanskrit part, for only the
yes,
Sanskrit
yes,
part,
the
not the
Gita Press
translation.
book is good.
Okay.
Gita Press edition is good. Okay. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah. Sarve Santu
सर्वे सन्तु
Niramaya.
निरामया
Sarve
सर्वे
Bhadrani
भद्राणि
Pashyantu.
पश्यन्तु
Ma Karchit
मा
Dukha
कश्चित्
Bhave.
दुःखभाग् भवेत्
Sato Ma
सद्मा
Vargamaya.
वर्गमय
Tamaso
तमसो
Ma
मा
Jyotirgamaya.
ज्योतिर्गमय
Mrityorma Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnamudachyate
पूर्णमुदच्छते
Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate
पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते
Om
ॐ शान्ति
Shanti Hari Om
Oh,
Shri Gurubhyo Namah Hari
Shri
oh,
Om
Namah.
Thank
Om
you, Acharya ji.
Om Namah Shivaya.
Thank you, Acharya ji.
Thank you.
Thank you.